So in this video, I will show you how to add the spam protection to basically this forms. So basically when our user submit entry from this or directly register, so we don't want garbage data into our database, so we'll use one package. So this is a Laravel Honeypot. So basically it will add extra field and then basically check if that is filled out by some spam bot or something, so it will prevent that. So for more information you can go to this particular Laravel Honeypot package and you can see that. So to integrate this, I have to install this one. So I have already done the installation. Composer requires party Laravel Honeypot. So this is a command I have already entered here, and this installation is done. And after this installation, so basically to use this into our system, I have to use this one component in our form where we are posting data. And one more thing, if you want to change any configuration, you can publish the configuration using this command. I don't want to do that, so I'm using the default configuration, so I didn't make any changes. And then basically I have added this component in our registration form. So in auth register, so I have added this component x honeypot. So what it will do, so it will add extra field. So if I go to this register page, if I do inspect element, so in this form you can see there is this extra field where it is hidden actually. So it will protect that spam, means a normal user will not fill that particular field, but bot or some system generated forms data will have that data. So that's why. Okay. And basically after this registration we have to basically add middleware and all these things for a route. But as we are using Jetstream, in Jetstream we don't have that auth routes or normal route, so this both will not work here. So like in here they have shown this example. In route you have to add this middleware class. So other than register, for every form you can do this. For route you can add this middleware class. And if you want to add this auth route, so like other breeze or something, other starter kits, you can use this middleware to protection against spam and all these things. You can use this. But for Jetstream Laravel, I have to search how to integrate that. So I have got one solution. So basically you have to go to this 45 create new user, and here basically we'll have to add this one. So while after validation I have added this one more function. Basically this lines I have added. So what it does, it will check the, means it will pass all the requests to this spam protection. It will check if there is any spam, then basically means if that is blank or not. If field is blank, that's okay. If not, then basically it will be spam and it will just abort that particular execution and it will just show message spam detected, but that's it. So this is for it. So for to adding the spam protection in Jetstream registration, you have to add here x honeypot. Then in create new user you have to add these three lines. So for basically we have to use spam protection, spam detect event, and spam exception. And then we have to use this, so try catch method. So here we will check spam protection. This particular method will check and we will pass this request on all the request data, and then basically we will fire this event and abort. So from where I got this lines, actually I have gone to their package where they are using this for Livewire, and for Livewire they are using. So similarly I have taken some code and I have added it here. So that's it for this one. And for Livewire it will work similarly, but for Livewire I don't need to do that much save, but for Jetstream we'll have to do that. Now we will use this same in a Livewire. So before using a Livewire, I will show this example how it works. So if I go to register, if I click inspect element, you can see there is this extra field. So I will just make it display none to display. Okay, so you can see this fields. So normal user will put name, email address, and then password and password. And if it's a bot or something spam, this field will be get auto filled or something like this. And whenever I click register, so basically it shows spam detected. But for normal user it will not be like that. So for normal user it will be a simple registration. So So registration is that there is this another issue like undefined array key 0. This is for our business and all these things, so that's why it's coming. So that particular user don't have any business or business, that's why it's coming there. So for that user I will just add business from backend. So you can see that is the issue. So now if I refreshes, so it's working actually. Okay, and this user don't have any roles or something, he's not seeing that say test 1 test 2 what we have done in previous videos. So this is the basic idea. So now we will have to make sure that whenever particular user is registering, after registration he has to select the business he is invited for or something, or we will hide this register and they will register only through this particular choose plan and then something like that, and then basically they will invite other users likewise. Okay, and for to use this register we will have to add one more step where they will select that particular business or all this. So we will change that later. So for now I will focus on adding the spam protection here. So to add spam protection in Livewire we'll have to use this. So use spam protection. So for register I will go registration register Livewire. So business.register, here I will add this one spam protection, and then I will add this one. So here I added this one, and then basically we'll have to add this honeypot data. So I will copy this one, and before mount I will paste it here. So I will just copy this extra fields, I will add it here. I will remove this double mount, so only one mount will be there. And then while submit we have to check this thing. Okay, so while final step 3 step submit, before submit we can check this protection against spam. So likewise it will work. So let me check, I will just refresh this one. Okay, there is some issue. So honeypot data not found, so for that I will have to add that. So I will go here and I will add this one honeypot data, add it here. Okay, now let's see, refresh. Now if I choose plan, then I will paste here. Okay, also in form we'll have to add that honeypot, so I will add this extra fields. Okay, so this fields will be added. So I will go, so will form needed. Okay, let's see, just add this, we'll add this particular thing and then we'll see. So for register I will go to Livewire business register, and here in form I will have to add these things. So step 1 step 2 step 3 and all these things is here. So with user details I can add here, so anywhere I can add. So before after user details I will add it here. Okay, let's see what happens. Then let's try this if it's working or not. So choose plan, select this, next. I will just inspect element and check if extra fields are added or not. So before this user details we can see extra fields are added here. Okay, now I will just fill this form, paste email and password. Okay, I will just submit this. So it worked. So let's see if that user is registered or not. So if I go to users, so here is the user and I will register it, means login it. So this is working fine. Okay, now if it's working or not properly we'll have to make mistake, means basically to add some spam, means if it's working properly or not. So we'll do same thing, we'll inspect element and then basically we will remove that display num, and we will add some data there. Okay, if that is working fine, then that's done. Okay, now submit. So spam detected, so it's working fine. So likewise for normal user there will be no issue, but for spam it will basically data will not be added to our system. So this is done.